conversation, we're going to be talking about what it's like to drive in North America. And for the real English tip, we've got some great advice about how you can learn vocabulary faster and be able to use it in your speaking a lot easier.
This is the Real English Conversations podcast,
where you'll find the lessons and advice you need to be able to confidently use your English in the real world.
Hi everybody, it's Curtis and I'm here with Amy from Real English Conversations, and we're going to talk about driving in Canada and North America, and it all starts with getting your learner's license, right Amy?
Yeah, definitely. In order to be on the road behind the wheel of a vehicle, you've got to have a license. And the first thing that you do is you actually, at least in Canada, we do things in a very specific way. We have something called a graduated licensing program.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the United States does it differently. Mm-hmm. But you pick up this book and it has all the rules of the road.
Yeah, and you have to study it because you have to write a written test or something like that.
Yeah, it's been a long time, right, Curtis?
It's been a very long time for me, yeah.
So, yeah, you have to go in. There's a test that makes sure that obviously you've studied the book, you know about the rules of making a right-hand turn, for example, when you need to yield, when you need to stop, all of those sort of things.
Parallel parking.
Yep. And then if you pass the test, they give you a license, which you're able to drive a vehicle under the supervision of someone who has a proper license.
Right.
Anyway, we have in Canada, there's a phase where after you've had your training with whoever is teaching you, you come back and you get another license, which has restrictions for a year or so until you pass your final exam and you're able to drive without all of the rules.
Is that your novice license?
Yeah, we call it the novice license period or something. I'm not sure the exact terminology. So who taught you how to drive?
I had a driving instructor, so I learned from a driving school, and I learned in the wintertime.
Ah, so your parents didn't want to teach you.
I think they were a little bit scared.
For me, my grandpa actually taught me because, of course, he was retired and he had time, and he had a small car that he could take me out, and we would drive around. I think we had to do 30 hours or something like that of practice before I was able to take my first driving test.
Right.
So that was really good. It was nice spending time with him, and of course he was patient, and I didn't have to learn from a professional.
It probably didn't take you very long too. You learn things really quickly, don't you?
It took me time. It takes a long time when you're learning how to drive initially. There's a lot of things that are happening all at the same time, and it's difficult to process all of that information. It takes practice before you start being able to observe things confidently and feel comfortable. So, yeah, I definitely was nervous when I took my test.
So after you go through all the exams and you reach that exciting point of getting your official license, what does it feel like when you're on the road for the first time? Is it exciting? Were you excited?
I think I was excited that I had passed the test and that I didn't have to worry about any of these extra rules that, might affect me not being